Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Dublin Shamrocks and the Mexico City Diablos. With that, let's get down to Mexico City. Standing by for the call, here are Senor Gordon and Senor Davis.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dublin Shamrocks and the Mexico City Diablos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Throwing to start the drive. Pritchett looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Switch.
On second down, it's Duncan. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. On third down, it's Duncan, and he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll run on first down. Duncan. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, Pittman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Pritchett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Looking to throw. Pritchett. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And a give this time to the tailback. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Wilson.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson, throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On third down, Wilson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. we're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down, Wilson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Wilson on third down. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
A nice gain at 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down now, it's Duncan, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Pritchett. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a first carry for their fullback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On second down, it's Duncan. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. On third down, Pritchett. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keep your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Wilson. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to slither by. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Duncan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down. Pritchett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Duncan.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st and 10, Pritchett. This is caught by Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And Woods has it complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, it's Gore. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From just shy of midfield, Wilson looking left side. Andrews with it complete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Now the second down throw on target. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Pritchett. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in from the touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. Check 99. Check 99.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
They can't hang with us.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. The Jags looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they'll run on the draw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now it's Wilson, and it's a touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 9th touchdown of the season, and his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Duncan, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Pritchett. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Play action. It's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Sidesteps him at the 35. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination. Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Duncan. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Pritchett. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 2nd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. And he's going to keep it here. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Mexico City. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Down. 30 base.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pritchett. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action with Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Pritchett. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Duncan. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Duncan. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, Pritchett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's going the other way. There he goes, right side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
It's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown. A great effort there. 88 yards as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Now the try here for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he spins through. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second down, it's Duncan. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Duncan. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Let's go. 30 base. 51 to mine. We don't want this.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Duncan. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the home team here, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And now it's off to the airport for a date with customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4 through 7 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.